What's up, dudes, dudettes, and all manner of tomato lovers out there? PapaTomato here, and today I just wanted to talk about Rocket League. Why I think it's so deserving of its accolades, why people enjoy it so much, and also why I actually believe that it's definitely deserving of a Game of the Year award. We kind of already have a good idea of the value that can be found with Rocket League. Most of us got it through PlayStation Plus as the free game of the month, so we weren't really met with too much risk there in trying it out. So it's kind of hard to gauge the value itself of Rocket League, it being a relatively shallow package when it comes to content. It's not to say that there's not things to do in the game, but overall, I guess relative to a lot of other games that come out, I mean, it's a sports game. It's as simple as that. But with that said, I actually want to talk about why the gameplay of Rocket League pushes it ahead of so many other games. Why this is not only an important thing when it comes to us players enjoying the game, but also when it comes to developers making games. Rocket League manages to, in a sense, bottle fun. It's like bottling lightning. It's a thing that many developers try to get down, but it's not an easy thing to do. Many other games, they have huge budgets, they'll have tons of assets, awesome graphics, great sound, all this content, great story, all these things, and yet the gameplay can feel average, shallow, unfun. It could get repetitive and boring. I mean, the story may be the only thing propelling you through. And personally, this has been a problem that I've seen in a lot of games way too much these days. I won't even finish many games because of this problem. But Rocket League manages to avoid that pitfall of trying to be a game where its value is found in more so in the assets produced around the gameplay. Rocket League relies solely on its gameplay to be valuable. So kudos to Psyonix to managing to make a game where we can look at its gameplay, examine that, find value in that, find fun in that, and that's really all we need. And you don't feel like it needs too much else. I mean, of course, yeah, more modes, more content is never something that you're gonna argue against, but it's fine as it is. It really is. Another thing about Rocket League managing to quote unquote bottle fun is that this is valuable to the industry. It lets devs know that simple fun is attainable, that you can create a game like this, it can be popular, and ultimately it can be lucrative. I'm hoping that this sends a message more so to AAA developers to let them know that games like this have their place. They have incredible value. People can find the fun and enjoyment that these games offer, and that they can be popular and lucrative. So, I mean, yeah, so they definitely bring that value to the industry. Also, this feat of bottling fun, this of course is going to be valuable to the player, but I think it's important to examine how Rocket League specifically manages to bottle fun. I think this is important to look at so that we can ultimately try and get this in more and more games. Not the exact gameplay of Rocket League, but maybe some of the concepts behind how this fun is created. So looking at Rocket League, when you're playing it, the game allows you to create these shared, uncanned, and dynamic moments of triumph and failure. In a lot of AAA titles, when you have these moments where awesome things happen, they're usually they feel very prescripted. They usually are pretty prescripted. They're not as dynamic. They're not so much a product. Well, they are going to be a product of the interactions that the player have on the game, but they aren't as varied and personalized as, say, the moments that you can create in Rocket League. Now, what exactly do I mean by moments? When I say moments, I mean that moment when you manage to jet boost into the air, I don't know, over 2 defenders, and you can flick the ball just over the 3rd defender right into the corner of the goal, scoring within the last 5 seconds to break the tie, netting your team the victory. Those are moments that are just incredibly valuable when it comes to Rocket League, and they add so much to the experience. When you look at a game like, let's say, some other multiplayer games like Call of Duty, multiplayer shooters, FPSs, things like that, these moments, the moments in those games they carry out over a longer period of time. You look at, say, a match where you get, I don't know, tons of kills and you just blow everyone else out. You get like, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 kills, whatever. And, you know, at the end of the match, everyone sits there and looks at the scoreboard and they go, oh, wow, this person, he really kicked butt. And that's the end, and that's the end of it. Like they don't see the moments that you had. They don't see the awesome things that you did, unless of course you're going to record them and upload them for yourself and share them. But when you look at a game like Rocket League, everyone kind of has fixed attention on the ball, and when an awesome shot is made, when an awesome save is made, pretty much everyone sees it, and everyone lets you know, like, well, not everyone, but, you know, some people will actually point that out in the chat. You know, they'll be like, nice shot, nice save. And those moments are awesome. They make you feel good. They are pretty valuable. And not only that, but the difference between the awesome moments of, say, Rocket League versus a Call of Duty is that the moments in Rocket League are more potent. They're more atomic. They're not a string of good, cool things happening over this time of a match where, you know, you do all these other things and that no one sees, and then you end up with an awesome score. In Rocket League, every goal counts. So that shot that you made that broke the tie is incredibly valuable. It gets everyone hype on your team. It's a more potent, fun moment. And I think this is important when it comes to bottling this fun. It taps into actual pro sports concepts. We see this in pro sports all the time. You know, those awesome moments where these players just go clutch and do something awesome at the buzzer to save the day. It's heroic, and seeing that here in this game is just as awesome. The difference is that the difference between this and, say, like pro sports, of course, is that it's Rocket League. It's got like it's got a fantasy feel to it. It's different. It allows you to develop a totally different new skill set, like hovering and boosting over people and managing boosts and things like that. That's different. That's different from FIFA. It separates itself from soccer, and it becomes its own thing, which is great. And people love it when new things come around. So inherently, Rocket League has that in the bag. Also, another great piece of value that Rocket League brings to the gameplay table is that it provides a comfortable learning curve. Most people can, you know, play a racing game here and there. They know how to accelerate, and most people can play a platform game. They know how to jump. So that's all you need to do to be able to get into Rocket League, maybe even make a goal or two. You know, you kick the ball around with accelerate, reverse, jump, and you know, as you get better with that, you start to implement boost. You use boost to catch up to the ball. You use boost to project the ball faster, to shoot the ball. And once you've mastered kind of those more simple boost tactics, you'll move on to, you know, aerial shots and air boosting and trying to boost way into the air and catch the ball before it even gets down. Those things, which prove to be way more difficult, ultimately, you know, they're way more awesome when you make them work for you. So that learning curve there provides value and longevity. People play the game the first couple days, first week or whatever, doing more simple things. And as time goes on, they'll tackle the more complicated, over-the-top, ridiculous things. And, you know, when those moments pay off, when you get a goal, when you get that save, the hype is all the more potent. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Rocket League, its gameplay, why it's fun, how it manages to bottle fun. And I'm hoping that other developers kind of take note of this formula, and maybe we'll see it implemented in other ways in other games. Maybe these ideas will carry over. But it's also why I think Rocket League is important enough to at least be nominated for Game of the Year. I don't know, maybe even win. Who knows? But thanks for listening. Like, leave a comment, let me know what you think about all this. Subscribe to catch up and stay caught up with all things PapaTomato related. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. William! Ours. Oh, come on. The dark memes. Oh no! Oh! Curse you, William! Curse you!